Hi, I'm Juliana Rojas. I'm the writer and director of the movie CIDADE CAMPO from Brazil. The movie tells two stories of migration between the city and the countryside and the other way around, and tells the story of three women that are facing that change in their lives and are also dealing with loss and to rebuild their life in a different place. I started to work in this project a long time ago. It's a very personal movie that deals with my own relationship with the countryside where my parents come from. And it has transformed through the years to adapt to the current times. So it's been a long ride, and I think that it represents a lot of the atmosphere that we have right now in Brazil, dealing with issues like work relations and the changes in the countryside and the climate changes, and also how those characters that are in more vulnerable places are learning to survive in these new times that we are living on. I was really happy to learn that the film was selected to Écrans for the competition, because it's a very interesting festival with a very interesting selection, and because the film deals with issues. One of the issues is diversity and the ability of the characters that are outside a gender norm can love and have humanity. So I think it's very important that the film is shown here. And I'm really happy to be here and to discuss it with the audience. We have another Brazilian film in the competition, Baby by Marcelo Caetano, which is a friend of mine, and I really like the film. And it's a film that also portrays in a very interesting way the life of queer people in São Paulo. My film also has a part of the film takes place in São Paulo, which is the city where I live. And I think in Brazil right now there is a strong production of queer cinema, and also a lot of people interested in dealing with queer issues and also different genres. So make comedies and musical and horror films with queer characters. And I think it's very important because recently we had a government that was really against queer people, the former president Bolsonaro, and it was a really scary time for us. And now we have a different president, Lula, that is more progressive, but the menace of the ultra-right, the conservative forces against queer people, LGBT people, is very strong in Brazil. So for us it's really important to make those kind of movies and to tell different stories about queer people. Yeah, I think it's a very complex question. And I think a lot of filmmakers, especially in countries that are outside of the mainstream, like countries in South America or in Africa or in Asia, are asking themselves, because cinema historically was dominated by European and North American directors. Most of them are white male directors, and we are influenced by that cinematography, but we also want to find our way to tell stories from our perspective, because representation is really important culturally. It's important that you see yourself in a film to have a different view of yourself. So I think we see a lot of films now that are trying to break a certain pattern and have characters that have different types of body or different identities and different races, and to tell stories that from our perspective, and that can show that those people in a human way, and with affection and the ability to love. So for me, that's the most important, to try to see myself in my films and the people from my country, to see the people that I know, and also that I can represent them with humanity, and that will change the landscape of cinematography in the world.